Well, it's official. Today, Whisper, our little 29-foot sailboat, is on the market for sale.
It's pretty sad, isn't it?
Yeah, the end of a bit of an era. When we first bought it, we thought it would be just one summer aboard, one last hurrah.
And here we are 4 seasons later, still sailing the Med.
And looking for another boat to buy.
Having Nora on board means we've got to get a bigger boat.
But before we say goodbye to Whisper, we thought we'd take this last opportunity to do a little tour. We've never done a tour before. I thought it'd be nice to share what life is like aboard a 29-foot sailboat, and also to have a little bit of a
memory about what it was like to live aboard Whisper.
So this is a day aboard Whisper. We didn't take all this footage in the same day, so don't come at us with continuity errors.
The boat's a nice place to wake up. First light is peaceful. It's quiet, it's calm. Sometimes, if I get up early enough, I like to go up on deck and try and get something done before the chaos begins. But eventually, it's time to rouse the crew. This is our cabin, the main sleeping space. It's snug and takes a bit of wriggling to get in and out of, but it's surprisingly comfortable. We've got 2 opening hatches, lights, fans, and a good amount of storage tucked all around us. This is Nora's room. We've converted the V-berth into a little nursery. We've added safety netting so that she can't get to the fans. There's heaps of storage for all her toys and all of her clothes. We also can make it really dark at night by pulling the shades and adding an extra shade outside. But before it was Nora's room, it was a great second bedroom for guests that were coming to visit. The galley is compact, but it's really, really functional. There's lots of storage, easy to use and get around. We're having eggs for breakfast, and we always have coffee. As the sun rises, it heats up fast. To keep things cool, we set up a wind scoop on the front hatch to funnel breeze down below and add a UV shade over the saloon. It makes a huge difference. Our first season we had none of this, and it was a brutal lesson. If there's a little breeze, once we switch on all the fans, we can usually stay comfortable down below. It's a work week, so I start work right after breakfast while Eddie takes Nora and plays in her room. I work here from the navigation station. It's ideal because I have my own little dedicated workspace. Once Nora's down for her morning nap, we both tried to squeeze in some focus time. Come on. So Nora's back up. It's swim time. All right, now you can let go. Quick dip off the stern and a rinse to keep fresh. We have a maximum of 200 liters of water stored under the port saloon seat, so showers are short. We prep lunches here in the saloon. Often it's leftovers from the night before. Today, it's bacon sandwiches.
So we actually usually get a lot of questions and comments about what it's like to live on such a tiny boat. A lot of people don't think that 29 foot is quite big enough for liveaboard life.
But actually, when we moved on the boat, we were coming from van life, so it was so much space. We had 2 bedrooms, we had a dining room table, we had a desk. It was like living luxury.
Right? We couldn't believe how much space we had. But now, 4 years later, I'm starting to get what people are talking about and starting to feel smaller.
It's crazy how perspectives change.
Right. That being said, there are definitely pros and cons to living on a small boat. Let's start with the pros first, because we really do like this boat. I think the biggest pros are it's really cheap to maintain and to store. We can access marinas for half the price of our neighbours, cheaper to do it. The anti-fouling, the smaller engine is cheaper to service. Everything is cheaper. And for us, as a starter boat, that made a lot of sense. It's a great boat to learn how to sail. Bow thruster, it's small and easy to maneuver. It's got a tiller. And the other thing about sailing is it's really well set up for solo sailing. All the lines lead back to the cockpit, and it's got a furling genoa, it's got a furling mainsail, it's got remotes on the anchors now, so I can pretty much handle everything, or you can handle everything, while the other one looks after the kid. And it's just fun to sail. Really responsive, really nimble, great feedback from the tiller. It's just really enjoyable.
But there's definitely some cons as well.
There are a few drawbacks to a 29-footer.
What we thought was cozy at the beginning is now becoming a bit cramped when you're adding an additional person on board.
Definitely.
Storage is always an issue. It's like playing Tetris, and when you finally get everything packed, the thing that you next want is definitely at the bottom. There's no hot water or a shower on board, so yeah.
There's a shower at the back.
There's no Okay, but
no indoor shower.
There's no indoor shower, so you're washing your hair in the sink, you're doing bird baths off the back. So if we want to go for longer outside of regular civilization, having an onboard shower.
And go deeper into the off-season where it's cooler, or even into different cooler climates.
Yeah, it'll be nice having a shower on board.
For sure. We can't really host guests anymore since she's taking the front cabin, and even the saloon seats are now being used with a high chair and a baby capsule.
Yeah.
We can't have people aboard.
And there's no more space for any upgrades, so there's nowhere for us to add more water or
solar.
Yeah, we're running out of space. And one of the big things is there's no personal space. So when someone gets angry, you're sharing that anger with them, which I think having a bit of a bigger space will allow. That being said, we've absolutely loved this boat, and I'm so glad that we started out on a boat this size.
That's right. I think it was the perfect boat for us to start. Now it's time to look for something new, but it was a great boat for us when we began. With the heat starting to peak and an afternoon sea breeze coming in, it's a really good opportunity to head out for a little sail.
She's got a tiller, and personally, we love the feel and the immediate feedback we get. Plus, it makes maneuvering very easy. This is Ray II, a new auto tiller pilot, which means I can relax for a moment when the horizon is clear. The cockpit is set up nicely for short-handed sailing.
The engine is a Volvo Penta with about 20 odd horsepower. Very modest but very reliable, though it's fair to say she's quieter when the sails are up. She's rigged with a furling genoa in mast furling main, which is really handy. It allows one of us to handle everything while the other one watches Nora.
When it comes to anchoring, we've got an old Loughran's windlass that helps us drop and retrieve the hook. We've kept it going with custom-made bits and pieces over the years, and she's still chugging along, mostly. We've also installed remotes, which come in handy. Once the anchor is down, the shade and windscoop go back out. Evenings are always a juggle and pretty chaotic. I normally have meetings in the evenings, and Nora's not exactly into quiet playtime.
We try to prep dinner when we can, and we eat together early as a family.
Now that Nora's asleep, it's time to reset the boat and pack away everything before the chaos begins again tomorrow. We thought we had ample storage. Adding a baby on board seems like there's never enough place to put anything. We take a moment to ourselves before it's back to work for a few hours. It's 10 p.m. here and the sun is finally set. Luckily we have lights which are powered by two 120 amp hour batteries, and we keep that topped up with our 300 watt solar and the alternator with the engine. And that's enough power to keep everything running. Lights, fridge, pumps, fans, computers, and all our other electronic devices. Now we have a little time and space to ourselves, which at the moment we're using to study the RYA Yachtmaster Coastal Theory course, a goal we set for ourselves at the start of the season. Just gonna brush my teeth before bed. In my very compact head, which has everything I actually need, it's got a manual pump for the toilet, running water, plenty of storage. The only thing I'm missing is a hot shower. It's hard to believe we've lived so much in this tiny boat.
Cross borders, weathered storms, and maybe most importantly this season, got to introduce Nora to sailing and to life aboard.
Yeah, what was supposed to be just one summer has turned into so much more, and it's all thanks to this
itty bitty boat. Are you pretending to cry? You really are crying. That's funny.
I'm gonna miss it. 10 p.m., so it's time for the party to begin.